a squared circle, pumpkin pyros and moves infernal. They're the guide, your backstage journal. Enter some way. Raise your glass to a glitching stream, chat on fire and a broken dream. Jake leans in with that crooked grin, says, remember when you cried to 1,000 tuned in? Cody's staring at the floor, counting every line he swore you'd never cross, but you sprint right past the door. Here's a toast to the worst show ever, into somewhere going nowhere fast. Every secret time to cheap endeavor, every quiet takes laughing through the let down. Cody's cracking one more joke. Chat's asking, is it worth it, or are we watching mirrors and smoke? But we'll be live every weekend till the car feels brand new. 'Cause if they won't build it bigger, we'll build the hype right here with you. Yeah! In a somewhere weekly, we're singing for you. Hey, on the road to WrestleMania, shaking off these blues, Roman and Punk again. We've paid those dues. You don't need Cody's clues to know we've got the WrestleMania blues. In the somewhere weekly, till they change the view. You don't need Cody's clues to know we've got the road to WrestleMania blues. Road to WrestleMania blues. Into somewhere we dive through tables, breaking down the night, frame by frame, unstable. Into somewhere the ropes might
go.
tear, but we're
How we
laughing
doing, Chad?
through the carnage. Yeah, we're staying on.
I love this one. It's a bop. Let's do it. Rock out. It's Sunday.
Into somewhere.
Woo! That's right. Sunday afternoon. We are live for our New Zealand audience and everybody else over the pond. It's late, but we're early. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Glad to be here on a Sunday. Little less worse for wear, but I'm functioning. I'm surviving. I'm doing. And that's simply because I've got the man and the legend, no longer the myth. Cody and I 316.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Can't wait to get into little fun wrestling topics and other little fun topics. We got Jake, are aliens coming?
It seems like we might be abducted at any time now. Our last UCR podcast sent a
I could be arguing
broadcast
with an
out
alien.
there.
On Twitter right now.
You could be. I'm not sure. Isaiah might be an alien too. So
My co-host?
yes, could be.
Sorry for taking over your channel, by the way.
I get it. I did say die sports die, and I meant the sports, the like German, but you misunderstood and thought I was angry. So I get it. But I'll know to be better minded in the future. What's going on to everybody in the chat? Good to see Koo and Jer here, as well as Richard. That's what is it? Dab KS or K Storm. I'm not using glasses right now, if you can't tell, so I'm slightly blind, but thank you so much for being here. This is just an informal hangout. You know what I didn't do? I didn't start on this one, so Cody.
Yes, ma'am.
Hit the pyro button. That's right. That's your paycheck. Blow it up. Sorry. Yeah, if you noticed, Cody has me being taken care of in the insane asylum there. And that's how I feel. It's been a very rough week. A lot of like Murphy's Law, what can go wrong shall, and a lot of like just radical acceptance. Nothing I can do about it. And I usually refrain from turning social media into a diary, if for lack of better explanation. You know, I try not to vent and complain and bitch and moan. But there's been some stressful developments. It's like every day has these things that you try and just laugh off after the fact, but in the moment you just want to strangle someone and commit some heinous acts of and violence. Like, oh God. A simple thing.
I would love to do that, you know?
Yeah, my post-op was Thursday. So I go there, and I have not been in pain since I came home, really. Like a little ache from the surgery, but it's been mountains better. Great. Didn't have to use the pain meds. Didn't have to go nuts. Like, I've managed it. Awesome. I get there that day, and they're like, oh, they didn't call you. It's in another town, not this office.
Uh-huh.
And this is already after I'm on the scooter. It's impossible to do. It's icy out and snow and just all this shit. So I have to get downstairs through the elevator, back in the car. All right. So we go to the other office. And we get there, and they only have a handicap ramp-ish entrance, but it's in the front of the building that's gated off, and the snow is blocking the path. So I had to, like, drag myself around the other way to get up and then climb up the stairs with the scooter, one stair at a time, to find out that they moved offices and didn't give us the new address. So now I have to go to a third office.
Jake's alimony / child support for Cody.
Woo!
And his dad.
Yeah, see? He's your dad. So, Cody, I don't know how to tell you this, but Jeremy is, in fact, your father. Do with that what you will, but you might need some therapy.
How is that the case?
Timeline lines up, and he was a very handsome 8-year-old. So, he met your mom, and now you're here. But it's not the mailman, it's Jeremy. So congrats. We finally know the truth. And maybe he'll play catch with you. You know, that'd be fun, right? You guys can go to Hooters afterwards and have some bonding time. I mean, what are the odds in the same state, too? Right?
I'm not sure how I feel about that, man.
You should be elated.
I'm not sure.
You should be super happy. Thank you, Jeremy, for not only supporting the show, but also supporting your son, Cody. I made it to the third doctor, and then they tell me, oh, you're late, you can't be seen, even though I'm on the phone with them already, and they said you could still come, we'll see you. So it's like this back and forth thing. Finally, I am able to be seen, but now we have to wait forever. And it's like almost 2 hours of waiting. We finally go through. Then I get the x-rays, and it's just this constant force of pressure, nothing of which I had control over. It's just this breakdown in communication. They put my overly swollen foot into this cast, and by the time I got home, I am in agony since then, excruciating pain. So I tried to get in on Friday to be seen again, but she's still not available and won't be back till Tuesday. So now we have all the snow coming, and I could have tried to see the PA tomorrow, but that doesn't seem like that's going to work out either because we're getting a fucking blizzard.
Yeah, we are. I keep getting alerts on my fucking phone every hour. Fucking, it pisses me off.
Yeah, it's just what happened here. So we're getting the up to 8 inches now, And then, yeah, that was the new ringy dingy right there, letting me know how fucked we are. And so we're getting up to 8 inches. Oh, I know it already started it. That's why I haven't slept a wink all night. I finally fall asleep, and then, family's got to call over and over for no reason. So Cranky Jake makes for an interesting conversation. But yeah, no, we went through hell trying to get seen by the doctor, and now they can't see me for a while. And it's just, again, that's just one of like 300 things. But I'm trying to show the narrative of like, I don't like to come on here and bitch and complain. And I usually try, and it's not a mask or a facade. I use this as an outlet already for creative freedoms to express things, to hang out with Cody, and spend time with a lot of friends in the audience. I like this community we have. I love that people enjoy the games and the news, and people look forward to it. Makes me happy that I'm absolutely able to brighten others' days just like you guys are mine. So the reason I'm saying all this is thank you. It does make a gigantic difference, and I hope you know how much I appreciate you, Cody, as well as every other one of you lovely banana having sexy bastards. So thank you all for your constant support.
Thank you.
Listening to us, bitch. I'm fucking in pain though. This boot thing sucks, or cast sucks. And it's painful. I don't know if it's just because it's so swollen, or if I put my feet together, my like my hips, and I put my feet out like so, right? Knees together.
Yeah.
They're pointing, north, right? But the problem is this foot, the left one with the cast, is like this when my knee is straight. So the only thing I can think of is when she casted the foot, she kind of had it turned. So now it's stuck on like an angle. I just think between being at a 90-degree angle, then turned, and then casted with all the swelling, I think they need to replace it. But we'll see. I was going to try and hack my way out of it last night until I looked up online the process of that. And it's grueling. A lot of times you just don't get it off, and then you just have a gunky, itchy mess. My first plan, like a genius, Cody, was what? I was going to get in the bathtub. I was like, I'll use vinegar and water, and I'll sit in the bathtub. And Courtney's like, can't do that. And I'm like, why the fuck not? She's like, stitches, moron. I'm like, oh yeah, can't get those wet.
Well, not just any bathtub. You were sitting in my bathtub.
Mine's tiny. You're the one with the nice tub. So,
but how did you get in there? I was using the bathroom, and then all of a sudden I heard
I'm pretty
just
quick.
like splashing.
Yeah, I'm pretty quick with the scoot, and I kept tapping on the door, and I was like, "Mom, it's Cody, let me in." And then when she opened the door, I just zoomed right past and tried.
And
to
I
take a
couldn't
bath,
even
but
acknowledge it.
No, you didn't even have time to know I was scooting by your bathroom.
Wait, are you an alien?
No, but I do wonder, because I've always believed there has to be something out there, not just something, someone. And I'm not talking just in the sense of religion, like a higher power, but even that.
Ring control on Twitter? No?
Yes.
Are they aliens?
They must be. I think the best way to deal with excessive stress, pain, and mind wellness is this, Cody. That's right. Bay Mountain AG. Go there and check out the amazing products they have. 15% on orders of $50 or more on all of their top 9 best-selling products. Go ahead and get yourself free shipping to anywhere in the United States that's not Alaska and Hawaii. Sorry, guys. And go ahead and spend $100 to get yourself free shipping. But these products are amazing. They do help. It's THC free, but premium CBD. It's made in Shelton, Connecticut, or Preston, Connecticut, and I was gonna say Newsbury, but yeah, Preston, Connecticut. And they have 1,000-acre farm. It's their legacy. They work hard on it, and the products, like I said, are absolutely worthwhile. So please go ahead and help my good friend Jer out by checking out their website. Try their products. They have a lot to offer. But thank you so much to Bay Mountain Egg, and we wish them the best of luck. Yeah, I felt bad because Jer's been so sick for quite a while now. He's had the flu all week, and he was supposed to go to a home and garden showcase this weekend, and he had a chance to make a good amount of money with this. And instead, he's, sending me a photo of the poor guy vomiting. And I'm like, oh, buddy, I feel like at least if I could have drove and I would have been able to help him out, I'd be like, Cody, we're going to film a vlog, and then just make you carry heavy boxes, like something. So I was like, please, at least let me do this. And it's all in the description box down below for further clarification. But please, even if you just check out the website and look around, you can sign up and check out their blog if you want, with some great updates. But Jer is a huge supporter of the show, as you saw earlier, and if we can help him out, it'd be something truly remarkable. So we try and spread as much good as we can around here. That's the real goal and intention. And getting right into it. I'm trying to word it correctly. Like the subjugation at this time, like the government is really trying to levy their hand heavy to basically a disappearing act. They want you to, sleight of hand. Don't watch what I'm doing over here. Hey, aliens, get rid of all any computer files that may be corrupt. Get rid of those. Use the antivirus, virus.
The
Yeah. No JE Explorer. So these aliens, I'm sure they're out there. No, really, I like that they're declassifying, and
like some people will actually make you sound crazy that you believe in aliens. So do I. Like again, with how big our universe is, though, like I think it's selfish to say we're that rare.
Yeah.
Where there wouldn't be other life forms out there outside of Earth.
I get that.
But continue what you were saying.
No, I'm just. I don't know that I've ever seen anything. People say that they see, things in the sky, and a lot of it can be explained. A lot of it does have answers. But then they put out that video from the government, like it was like a NORAD thing where they were following. What was it, UAP they were calling it, unidentified aerial phenomenon, and that
is a UFO. I think they just switched
the name, yeah. But that's what, like, Tom DeLonge and his group were working to get the truth put out there, like the X-Files, and it was just crazy because that footage was confirmed to be something the government had, and they didn't know what it was, and there was no known technology at this time that could be replicated in such a way to do the aerial maneuvers that this thing did. They had the best pilots in the world watch this, who were just like, this is fake, there's no, and they're like, no, and they have it on multiple angles, and they were able to track it with the camera high speed, but they couldn't keep up with the damn thing. And then it made aerial maneuvers, like I said, like quick, sharp turns, without decelerating, and it was just like like almost like a pinball going around the edges. You get what I'm saying? It was very unfortunately that video has been copyrighted to hell, but our president said that he doesn't know if aliens are real, but he's having the government release everything they can about UFOs. So we'll see what comes of it. But to think that this all started with Obama this week, that's what makes it feel
that like they're in cahoots here?
Not so much in cahoots, but like the Democrats certainly don't want this list focused on either. It's equal, it's bipartisan evil.
Obama doesn't have any power. He still has some input on what Democrats
He has a multitude, a higher level of power than most. Being a 2-term former United States president, he's so widely known, he can't go anywhere without ever being recognized. He's got full-on security always. Like, he has benefited from this exponentially, and he holds so much weight in his words right now because he answers everything in such a diplomatic way. When he does put his weight behind something and truly feels like that's the way to go, people are like, oh shit, he means business kind of idea. His words equate to power. He is powerful in what he can preach and say, advise, navigate, whatever you want to try and label it as. The man has a permanent megaphone attachment to his face. He even didn't speak poorly of the gorilla video that was put out. They put, you know, the White House had put out a video of all different, you know, former and current government members.
Jesus.
Yeah. But they were all different animals in the animal kingdom. I forget, like somebody was a lion, somebody was a giraffe, but Obama and Hillary were both gigantic gorillas. And they were the one.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that was not, you know, and it was denied something like, oh, it was a staffer, and then it was said to be like, oh, that I didn't see that part of it, supposedly. Like, I don't know, it deflect is what it felt like.
Yep.
So
I think, but it's weird because Trump was like, when he was asked about it by the interviewer, he was like, Obama said there was aliens. Is that true? And then he's like, I can't believe he said that. He just gave out classified information.
yeah, which is very bizarre. And Jared made a
so
great
you're saying
point.
it's true then?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's saying there's aliens. Then he walks it back and says, well, that's not what I meant. I meant because space is so large, there has to be aliens. There has to be something out there. And they're like, but that's not what you said, sir. That's not what you, and everyone's like,
Obama walked it back? Yeah.
yeah, because he walked it back and apologized. And then the president chastised Obama, and Jeremy made an amazing
he gave out
point
classified
here.
information, right?
Yes. And Obama was one of our greatest speakers for presidents in the last 50 years. Regardless of what he is in for or against, he's an amazing speaker. And I could not agree more. You know who reminds me of Obama commanding that type of attention from a room?
Who?
I like it. Oh, yeah, man.
Trick Williams. Think about it. Actually think about it. The way Trick talks, he kind of has an Obama cadence. If you go back and you listen to Obama try and when he did like the little rap moments as a joke and, you know, mic drop and all that, you could hear that type of inflection, that tone, that piece of it. So I'm pretty,
Jesus.
yeah, you know, I think I'm spot on.
I
there.
actually, not that far off.
See, I knew it. I'm not
thinking-
crazy when you actually think about it for a
Thinking
second.
about it more, yeah.
All right, so I'm a little crazy. That's why I'm in the
Tell me.
somewhere asylum. But
Tell me what you think, though. Like, why would Trump say he gave out classified information? Why? Because then he just did the same thing, right?
yeah,
Because
our
Trump
president would
just-
avoid saying so unless it was true. I feel like in that scenario, like, because he's
But
trying
he
to
said,
throw dirt
you
on Obama. I think he was trying to he saw it as an opportunity of being like, he's an idiot. You know, he kind of gets to chastise him and make fun of
But
him.
how
That-
you say he gave out classified information is like, it sounds like you're confirming it as well.
Yes, that's the problem here that he's apparently not picking up on. The contradiction is deplorably obvious. Yet here we stand.
So that
Hola,
a former
Jeremy.
president and the current president just basically admitted there was aliens.
Pretty much, that's how I took it. Because even though Obama walked it back, our president's insistence that, oh, this is what happened, this is what he did, I don't know, kind of feels like, you know, that was intended. So,
So, do you think they visited here?
I want to say no. I really do. Because I feel like if they showed themselves, they would kind of be endgame, good or bad, whatever the intention is. I feel
Right.
like they wouldn't make their presence known, even if they're doing some type of scouting thing and we've had some ships fly overhead. Even that is dangerous to be filmed by any means. And I like people freaking out over certain things in the sky. So it was a wrestler too. God, I don't remember who it was. It was a female. She was going nuts on a live video because in the sky was a straight line of lights and then they would blink and all that. And she's going nuts. And everyone in the chat is like, it's Starlink, the Starlink launch, Starlink satellites. And she's like, look at this alien ship. Like, I know people want to believe, but there a lot of times there are rational explanations. And I feel like people delve so deep into either instantly believing, because if you're any skeptical at all, any little bit, then you truly are on the outs. You know, you're a denier. You can't be someone that likes to wait for the facts or doesn't jump right in immediately. I'm like, hey, let's see
Do you
what's
understand why
coming.
people wouldn't believe in aliens, though, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
think that's a little selfish not to believe in aliens?
Again, because there's no definitive proof that there is. There's a lot of things that we wonder and have connected to, like look at all the stuff in Egypt and the pyramids and the wonders of the world and so on and so. What force was behind that? What kept those people driven, and what did they see that, you know, maybe they needed guidance then as a species, and that was how they knew without intervention mankind was doomed. You know, maybe they've seen this before. Like I said somewhere the other day, how do we know that aliens aren't grays and green or tentacle monsters or gigantic cocked freak things? What if they're just Cody and Jake and Liz
they could.
and Stuart and everybody? Well, especially New Zealand and Australia.
Are you saying they could just look like humans?
No, what if they are humans? What if there's just another Earth out there?
What if we're the alien?
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
They brought us here.
What if, and I wonder, you know, what if they have other Earths out there? There might be places where you hear it all the time. Oh, there's water, there's oxygen, there's safe levels of this and that.
There's
you can
been
have life. So yeah,
planets that were like Earth with
exactly,
water,
stars, moons,
oxygen,
all these different
like
things
moons,
that they said.
Suns.
Your suns. I've always loved astronomy, astrology as well. You know, what's your sign? Things like that, because that was, you know, part of the Wicca stuff. My mother was big into, you know, like the 7th house tells you that you're going to win $1 million in, you know, 2030 kind of an idea.
Right.
But yeah,
But
overall, it's
Christians, like, not to get into the religion aspect of it, but like Christians always say that we're the only ones that God created in his image. But if there are aliens out there, does this disprove some things about religion, or what?
or does it prove them further?
Do you think that could help their case more? If
Maybe, because what if the whole time the higher power that they believed in, all these things that happened, rising from the dead, what if Jesus was an alien?
that could be the case, and like, what if
The aliens brought him here, and his father that he talks about spiritually is actually literally on the home planet, but he's talking about how his father can grant all these amazing things, and he ends up dying for our sins, but dying nonetheless. And then his fourth heart kicks in, and he comes back days later. You know what I mean? Like, what if? And then he just disappears. He's like, "All right, I got some Easter Bunny shit to tend to. See ya. Somebody save me."
So what are you
some
saying?
peeps."
Like, so does God go to that planet? Like, we're humans, so he masks himself as Jesus as a human. So does he go to each planet that has intelligent life like us and mask himself as that
and test
world
us?
species?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? I mean, it's a hell of a theory. What if there is just another Earth out there? Maybe they're a century ahead of us. Maybe they're thousands of years behind us. But what if there is another Earth, because it's perfectly, you know, habitable for life forms to survive through, and aliens are just as fragile as humans, you know, like War of the Worlds ending here. They breathed in oxygen and water bad, you know, like, did you see the remake for War of the Worlds that was on Amazon with Ice Cube?
I haven't seen the remake, no.
Oh my God. You can tell they made it during COVID because the entire thing is him in front of his computer. It's almost like Unfriended or a couple other videos where they just keep you on like the computer screen. That's your window to the outside world. He works for the NSA, and then the aliens invade, and they're only here because they want to consume our data. That's what they want. So they're killing us for the data, and they're hacking the government for all the data. And his son turns into a super hacker, and the day is saved because he uses an Amazon Prime delivery drone to get the flash drive. It was the worst.
Ooh.
Acted, reacted, storied. Everything was just the worst ever. it was so bad that it wasn't painful to watch though, because you're laughing at how horrifically bad it was. And
Is it like
it surpassed the
just
so
cringe
bad
or like
it's good.
bad
Both.
that it's so good?
It's both. It cringes deep within your soul. You're like, it's a visceral pain, hard to truly replicate or explain. But then they manage to make you laugh wholeheartedly deep in your belly. You're like, oh, like that kind of like where you can't believe it because it's so stupid and so ridiculous. And the plot is just, yes, exactly like Jeremy said, it's Mets bad, but you can't look away. Car crash, pile up, dead bodies everywhere. And you're like, it's terrible. I got my phone going, but it's terrible. Let me film this, like, oh boy. But I wonder often, is there another Earth out there? Is that truly a possibility? Like, what are we seeing? What are we getting? What lines up and what makes sense? I mean, when you look at religion, people follow the book, and I don't have a problem so much with religion in its entirety. Like the idea of you being the best person you can be because of a higher power, you have purpose. What is wrong with that? That's a great thing. People give themselves away all the time to much worse devices and vices, drugs, sex, whatever it is. See, hey, there's Paul. His wife is currently attempting to give birth, so we're going to get some updates. But good luck to them both. So excited, their first kid. Don't eat the baby. Yeah, no yeet at the hospital.
Congratulations.
It's not, it's not here yet. I don't know if they revealed the
But
gender.
speaking about
but it's
those
not
aliens,
here yet.
I got into an argument with one on Twitter. If you want to pull up that whole.
Oh, I'm gonna get there in a second. But I just wanted to say, really
But
quick,
congratulations to Paul and.
right? I'm so excited. There was this article that was brought up the other day, and it's in my bookmark. So give me a second. There's a lot of porn in here. I gotta sift through. There was two of them. There was one from Scientific American, and there was because I figured we'd be talking about this again. There was another on NBC News. So I wish I could play the clip, and I can't, and it breaks my heart that we can only listen to some things. But I'm going to reiterate what's said. So it's Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's on an NBC News show being interviewed, and it says, "Do smartphones discredit the existence of aliens?" He said, "Why aren't there better pictures if there are UFOs out there?" And
Right.
he's not wrong when asking that, because we say it all the time. People have these high-res, amazing cameras, yet every time they capture anything, it is, potato quality. I get maybe having that be an issue in poor areas where they can't afford or can't manage to keep anything to that level, but this is a bit ridiculous. And I just don't know how there's not higher res video if people are there. So no yeet indeed. So Neil deGrasse Tyson has said there's 8 to 9 billion people globally. And he said probably 6 billion have smartphones right now, each one capable of high resolution photos and videos. And then he shows the United States aircraft we were mentioning earlier, which chasing the UAP, the UFO. And he said that's, the highest res we have of anything. He said none of them have a sharp image. None of them have any type of zoom. So he feels like smartphones are enough to discredit aliens' existence. What do you think of that?
I don't know. I'm mixed there. Like they said they don't have enough evidence to discredit it or credit their.
Discredit it, because he's saying that because we're all capable of taking these high res pictures, videos, all this stuff, that all he ever sees is terrible quality things, and that basically disproves the existence of aliens, because somebody would have gotten a better photo.
Because if they are able to travel here, clearly they are more advanced than us. So if they do visit here, we might not always be able to just comprehend how fast they're moving.
Well, here's also the thing too. I don't believe that we've really maybe there's been like just out of sheer ratio, maybe there has been one or two legitimate flying saucers caught, like that military one. You know, there has to be, just by probability's sake. But for the most part, almost everything can be explained, reenacted, or
here's the
did
thing,
over. You know,
if they're more advanced than us, where they can come here though, and we knock them down and capture them, are they
Yes.
stronger than us that they can kill us, or
who knows?
And-
I think if they're that technologically advanced, they might have weaponry that's as advanced too. So they might come peaceful, but still whip the shit out of us. There's a lot of things that I wonder. But here's also, again, like you said, you don't know their intent. But I don't think we've seen aliens. Maybe they've sent a scout ship or 3, but every single time we look at these videos, they're explained away with logic. And most of them, sadly, have been faked. Let's say 8 out of every 10 of them are faked in some way. That's why I used to love Mr. Debunker.
Where, I think they captured one. I know there was like a few that I know of that like they said that were unearthed. Like,
yes. This was the other article I wanted to bring up while you're talking. It said, could aliens in another galaxy see dinosaurs on Earth? So, think about how we have high-powered telescopes and we could see so far. Well, if they're advanced, think about how far they could see and what they would see. And they're saying not all queries are quite so serious. Somebody said if there were aliens 66 million light years from Earth, how big a telescope would they need to see dinosaurs? But it gets into less about the specifics and more about like the state of what we're looking into that I find interesting. And that's the fact of like, hey, look, think about it. They could be observing us from very far away. I have a family member that when employed forever ago, used to work in the FBI surveillance area. And what they did was they would fly, like let's say the FBI was looking for you. They wanted to find Cody, and they haven't had good luck finding you yet. They know you're going to leave at 11 a.m., usually on your motorcycle, but you're usually tipped off and you're just hard to catch up on. And they need audio of it. So what do? They send up, like, not as big, but something that's comparable to a AC-130 minus the gunship part of it. It's just an AC or UAC, however they do it. But so they can be up to 2 miles away, and I forget how high up in the sky, but so high up you can't on a sunny day you would not be able to look up and know they were there. That's how high up they climb. And they could zoom in to tell not just the color of your shoes, but like if a small part of your sock is showing, they could see what that is. And then the audio is recorded from that far away. So they're surveilling people now from miles away and miles high up. Like, it's insane, the level and capabilities they have. So imagine what their technology must be like that we can't comprehend, fathom, or even begin to understand. I mean, realistically, what are we supposed to do with all this? It's hard to fathom, really, because like you said, there's so many things that happen, and a lot of people don't even believe that dinosaurs existed. Do you believe that we've seen dinosaurs? Or not seen, but had dinosaurs, I should say.
Ooh, I don't think so. I don't know.
You don't know? See, I understand what people go through with the Bible, but I think there was dinosaurs. But I think there's
Well, yeah, I'm not even religious, but I don't know. Like,
I don't see how there couldn't be with everything we found.
How would we know what they looked like that far back? How would we know that they looked
they
like
were
that?
able to go by so much from the anthropology part of it that they discovered what they looked like, how they moved, how
Why
they
haven't we found
operated.
more bones from them?
Oh, we still do.
Was everyone collected?
No, they still find them all the time. There was a guy that just this week got awarded like 40 grand, I think it was, because he found dinosaur bones in whole in his backyard. So they're still highly found. It's not that uncommon. It's still, I'm sure, less than what it was because they have dug a lot of the popular areas, but it's still happening.
Right.
Those things are found quite often. Yeah, it was pretty cool because I guess the guy was just fucking around with something and was doing some type of project.
So you think so does dinosaurs disprove God or what?
I don't think so. I don't know
But
why
it
people are so
goes a
against
little
it.
different to what Christians say now,
It
because
might, but I don't.
Christians are like, there's no aliens, there's no dinosaurs.
But we see there's space above us that's never ending as well. So that's the issue. The dinosaurs, it says, where was it? Yeah, a Portuguese man found a large dinosaur in his backyard when doing construction in 2017. There's another one. Guy found an 82-foot long dino. Man stumbles upon massive dino bones larger than anything ever seen in his backyard. I mean, that's crazy. But yeah, it still does happen. But I don't think it disproves God. I really don't. I think more or less that both could be true. He could have made Earth and started with dinosaurs. No, why not? Let things evolve into, whatever it was. He's like, here, I'll start here. And then whatever happens is not and that's why he can be anything or she or it, there's no gender. It's no God, it's just all knowing, all seeing, all powerful. So I think both, because how do you ignore what's been found? How do you ignore the dinosaur bones and all of the oil and fuel that we use for things coming from
They do that though.
their decay?
Especially
Yeah, I know
ignore
people
that.
have excluded or rewritten things, but I'm asking you, like, how can you ignore that when there's so much? Like, I'm more science and fact based on things, and I try because I usually am more emotional, so I've been trying to be more factually accurate.
I honestly think there probably could have been dinosaurs, but yeah. See, I guess there were dinosaurs, but like,
I bet you there would still have been dinosaurs around with us had they not been wiped out. However, the consensus is asteroid, flood, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Combination, tsunami.
So when were dinosaurs like first? Because when were the first humans here? Because could you find bones of them from that long ago? Because I don't know if they have the concept of buried.
I don't know. Hold on, but I know there was. Okay, the oldest human found is from Arpodithecus, dating back 4.4 million years.
Right.
So that's around dino time, no? Isn't that the Littlefoot was found 3.67 million years ago in time.
So was he human?
Yeah, both human skeletons.
And they said they were that old?
Yeah.
No.
Offering detailed information about anatomy, locomotion, diet. Standing at about 135 centimeters tall, Littlefoot is thought to be female who may have fallen into a cave shaft, preserving her remains for millions of years. Homo erectus, a 1.8 million year old jawbone from Georgia, represents some of the earliest human remains found outside of Africa. These fossils demonstrate early migration of humans into Eurasia. Crazy. So.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So you think they were around the same time because there's something we evolved at?
I think we were around the same time, and then everything got wiped out. I think our numbers were really small too then. And then it had to be like a rebuilding purpose. The earth was like, fuck you all, I'm going to die, kiss my ass. Everybody dies. And that's when we started over again. And I think that's when we got humans back, not dinosaurs.
So humans were the only one that returned from that. So,
Well,
do you think this
there's
happens
millions
a lot
of species, so we don't know
so,
what
like,
else there
how
was.
advanced-
Organisms,
How advanced was it
bacteria.
last time? Did they get advanced like?
I don't
us
think so.
with
I don't
technology
think there
that
was
wiped out again?
that many humans, and I don't think it was that long lived. Supposedly, the dinosaur time is as drastically important as it was very short in the comparison to like other eras that we've had. So I'm not a scientist. I just play one on TV, but I just can't ignore that these things exist. Like if they had a way to explain it in the realm of religion, it was like, oh, this happened because of this and this. I'd be like, all right,
That's why I
good.
don't really believe.
I can't.
religion much.
Yeah, I just can't believe outright that like, hey, no, just say that doesn't exist or that doesn't. It's because God said no. Like
It
you
was all in
can't just.
the glory of
Yeah.
God. Like I don't. Like here's the thing that like he's the only thing that you can't prove though.
So my issue with religion for a
Am
long
I
time,
right
like I
or
said,
wrong there?
no, you're right, but my big issue was, like I said, being able to handle the emotional side of it because my father was such a piss poor yet epitomized perfect example of everything wrong with religion and organized religion. Like I said before, he would get in trouble, he'd get arrested, DUIs, possession, whatever the hell it was, assault, attempted murder, you name it. And then he'd find a way to get out because he would then turn into Pastor Bob, and he'd be preaching to people in the bathrooms and the showers and in the rec hall. All the guys would, oh, he's so good, he's so great, he helps us with everything. And then when he gets out, Pastor Bob becomes inebriated Pastor Bob, and then that was the cycle. And it just, and to see so many people would support him every time he came out by taking him to bars and like knowing how fucking horrifically horrible he is when drinking. And especially to be good Christians, oh, we're going to take care of him this way. He's with us and there's no problem. And then he ends up fist fighting the bar owner and slapping around some random woman, So I always had such a problem with the impossible dichotomy of you're lying to everybody else, but they still support you knowing the truth. And it was just that, like, the fakeness of it, the brevity of fuck it, he's right. It just never sat with me well. And they would defend him and go against a bunch of other things just in the biggest hypocritical nature possible. And you're supposed to be able to go to church for help, advice, assistance, and instead it was a way to protect abusers and assholes and rob good people of their money because the church would constantly, if you don't support, then you don't love God. That stuff, so all of these factors combined, I was very burnt out on church because of it. I don't know. That's my religion in a nutshell.
See, here's the thing. Like, this is the thing. Like, if you get into a debate with Christians or stuff like that, like they can just say, "It's a mystery. He works in mysterious ways," but then you show them proof about.
Yeah, and that's
some of them think that outer space is kind of a myth too.
Well, that's why we made the joke on the Into Somewhere introduction, because we have the flat Earth, moment happening, and it's like, people don't realize that that was the point of the joke. We arrive at the ice wall, So, all right. Well, we've teased this long enough. I forget this gentleman's name. What is their name that sent this video out? Their account has done things.
Ring Control.
Ring Control.
Company.
There it is down there at Ring Control. So let's go ahead and let's pull up this clip here.
The Attitude Era.
Here, let me turn it up a little bit more for you guys. He says, what was your favorite era and why? So trying to just ask him a simple question.
And this is the same guy that was a jerk to Roxanne.
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah, it did the same thing to her, so. All right, here we go.
The Attitude Era, because they had bra and panties matches. This era doesn't have bra and panties matches. I want to see Liv Morgan in a bra and panties.
So he's saying he doesn't want today's wrestling. He wants, which era was his favorite? The Attitude Era. Why? because the women had bra and panties matches.
match. I also want to see Becky Lynch and Natalia in one.
He wants to see Becky Lynch and Natty go at it, bra and panties match.
Maybe not Natalia.
Oh, not Natalia. Beggars can't be choosers. I mean, look at his gun.
Fuck Natalia. Let's go Maxine Dupree.
Is that his dick swelling, or is that the bottom of his stomach?
She's in my bra and panties match.
Maxine's in my bra and panties match. He didn't sound like a, oh my God, a total fucking vial and a goddamn fist. Like, this is insane to me. Like, if he truly feels this way, holy fuck. If it's satire and he doesn't actually mean this, it's just part of a
I think this
character.
interviewer was
It's even
trying
worse.
to leeway him into saying those things to make him look bad just for clicks, because this is the same guy that did that with Roxanne.
He's done
But,
this
like, posted stuff
many
out of
times
context
before.
and stuff.
And you know me, I'm not being Mr. Stand Up My Soapbox Graham Moore. How dare you sexualize the women as I'm following wrestling women's armpits on Twitter. I'm just fascinated by that account. Like, how many shots of armpits do you have saved to have a new one twice a day, every day? That's a lot of armpit hunting. And why armpits? I'm intrigued. That's who I want you to get an interview with. But yeah, this was vomit-inducing, because guess what? I was probably 200 pounds bigger than this guy, or at least 150 at one point, and he can't even get around. I didn't use a mobility walker. I dragged my fat ass huffing and puffing everywhere. Huh, Cody? I went to WWE events. I didn't fit in the arena seats, so I had to lose those seats and go get a goddamn folding chair. But I went and I did it. Get your fat ass up, buddy. I had lymphedema. I had like 20-something leg vein ablations and bad vein removals. They, after they numb it up, they cut your leg open a little bit. They find the bad vein, they thread it out, and they cut it out and just cut it out of you. And then they had already hit it with acid the week before to make sure it was fully dead. So they find the point in your leg, they kink off the rest of it, and then they fill it with this caustic type of acid. And if it doesn't dissolve and eat away, then you got to cut it out. I had well over 20 of those done on both legs, most of my left, because I was so heavy and had such bad blood flow dealing with all of my bullshit. And I didn't even get to enjoy like Taco Bell or anything like that constantly. Like, yeah, I made poor decisions for eating, but I never would have weighed more than 300 pounds. I was never bigger than like 280. I mean, and I hated myself there at that point. That's close to what I am now. And the most I eat now is yogurt and popcorn. Both easy to vomit. So Jordan Grace, among others, saw this, and she says, interviewing mentally disabled people you know are going to say off-the-wall stuff, socially unacceptable shit for views. It gets to a point. Right?
You agree or disagree with that?
Oh, I agree with her entirely. And like I said, I'm not trying to grandstand. I've
That's why I
been
said,
fat,
do you think
but this guy's
this
a pig.
guy... Yeah.
And he's very he's so stereotypical of the wrestling fan that people think of, the Reddit, you don't deserve where I would be her knight in shining armor, that kind of bullshit. This is who they picture. This is who they think of when you say wrestling fan. They give wrestling fans a bad name. Their misogyny is fucking trepidatious, but it's real. I cannot believe that this guy thought it was a great idea to post. Oh, wait, he knew it was, because it's engagement, because it got 1.5 million fucking views. That's why I said, passed on this show. Have you seen my stapler? I have not, but I won't be bringing him up again past here. But Ring Control says he asked. He asked it. Not asked. He asked to be interviewed. No one was pressured. No one was exploited. If this particular clip wasn't for you, we understand. We hope the rest of the content brings you joy. And you said, yeah, I find that to be complete bullshit. Your company is known for going low for clicks. You damn well could have easily walked away. You didn't have to post this either. That's right, Cody. Sick our lawyer on him. So yes, you were exploiting a disabled person just for the sake of getting clicks and money. And he couldn't be more correct.
We went back and forth
Tony
for a while.
D
If you want to show
agreed.
the whole thread.
Who else here? I don't know if there was any other. The fact that people are making fun of the guy also saying this is what those types of fans look like is just ridiculous. You can disagree with them and find it creepy, yes, but it's evident they are mentally disabled. No, he said, she says, I have a brother with Down syndrome who has hot girl posters all over his bedroom walls. Do I find it weird? Yeah, but he's never going to understand what we do. Would be horrified if he got interviewed publicly and thousands of people said he should die. Exactly. Like, this guy may not know any better. Does it make him piggish? Yeah. But is he saying anything that's really that bad? No, he misses the content he probably saw as a kid and grew up with, just like we all did. I made a joke yesterday to my wife talking about my first crush. Trish Stratus's new, tour that she's doing. I'm like, she is cashing in and making bank on her, I was your first crush thing, because now it's a tour, it's been merch. And she's like, was she your first crush? And I said, no. She said, really? Who was your first crush? And I said, you wouldn't want to know, would you?
Oh, God. Who was it?
It was Tommy from the Power Ranger. No, it was the Pink Ranger. It was Kimberly. You kidding me?
I thought you were going to say Tommy NC.
No, not that either. No. Hopefully he's doing well. But I wanted to go ahead and I was going to marry the Pink Ranger. I was obsessed with her. I'm serious.
So do you think
she was, everyone's first crush. Absolutely. No one crushed on the Yellow Ranger, sadly. And she drove off a cliff. Aye. A lot of this is just the right people calling things out and just say you're just getting views, open up the floodgates and a ton of people to be even worse human beings. And that's true because you got people commenting, I don't know, like it's just this guy may not understand the entire like social construct of what he's saying. Wrong side. And he may not know what the hell is going on. But yeah, no eating dinos, but you can go to Dino's. They make a delicious coleslaw and fried calamari platter. Excellent. Really good seafood. Regardless, Brontosaurus burger would be banging. I want a Velociraptor barbecue, like McRib, like that kind of idea with the pickles. Something else that really pissed me off, Cody, about this whole thing is like he's getting what he wanted. He's getting wrestlers interacting with him. Even if it's negative, it doesn't matter. It's content.
Yep.
And that's above all else, all they care about. Is it content? And every time, that's what it comes down to. They just need the content. And they don't care who they step on along the way. Now, I know you're not making bank on Twitter, usually. I know some people are partnered with stuff. But you can make a lot of money off shorts and engagement. Especially
they post a lot of it, like shorts.
Shorts and TikTok. A lot of it is TikTok for them, it's seeming like here, as I'm investigating in the background. And it's just sickening. It really is. It just bothers me. There's no reason for it. And they know what they're doing. Speaking of rage-inducing, my friend, this was fucking angering beyond belief. Cannot believe how badly people went down on her. So WWE referee apologizes for inappropriate funeral photo. That's what the scandal was. So, Daphne LaShawn here, she lost not one, not two, not five, but 4 family members. Her grandmother, her grandfather, her uncle, and her cousin, all inside a house fire. So she said the funeral already happened this week, and she shared a bunch of the images. So here's the first image, and, God bless your family and rest in peace to every one of them. That is terrible, terrible, tragic. And I'm not sure how you recover from that big of loss at once, but hold on to everybody and stay together. That's the best thing you can do. So you notice she's not taking the pictures either. She's being photographed. But there's the first. The second one, somebody takes a picture of her outfit. the 4 caskets being lined up for everybody, the burial. But that was the issue. Did anybody see what the problem was? I already showed it. Right there. How dare you post a selfie at a funeral? How dare you? How dare you? Over and over and over. So she then went and apologized, saying, my family hyped me up. I'm sorry for the slide to selfie. I was too depressed and they helped me get ready. And I finally felt at peace because I had a little confidence back because my entire family was like, oh my God, you look great. Let us take a picture. Let us take a picture. And they go ahead and do this. I mean, she does not deserve this at all. Most people know her as Audra Smith, yeah, but her real name is
People
Daphne LaShawn.
pay others over anything they do. I don't think this was an issue whatsoever.
The fact
The
that she
same thing happened to-
apologized. Ugh.
Like JoJo, right? Like after she was finally like getting out of her shell, like I think she was hanging out with like Liv and someone else and Lana, and people are like, "This is what you do after your husband." This was like a few months later, and
Yeah.
Lana and Liv were both like, "So she can't be happy
Nope.
in her life anymore after the most tragic experience ever."
You have to keep your head down and never leave home and always be crying. If you're not a crying widow, then you didn't care. And I'm serious. That's what. And then what's bad is she apologized here. She's like, I'm sorry if it offended anyone or was in poor taste. I'm just grieving and navigating. She lost 4 family members. The girl is grieving. Why the fuck does it matter that 1 of 10 photos was of her outfit? Somebody said she looked pretty, and she did. She's burying 4 family members. What is the issue here? She doesn't deserve the hate. This is
exactly what her grandma would want her to be doing, because her grandma probably liked when she posted herself, complimenting herself.
Yeah, and then she made a response thanking everybody and apologizing again and trying to minimize heat and hate. And I'm like, but why? You shouldn't have to. Yeah, she apologized for the selfie. She apologized for upsetting people. Great. She's like, I have my indie family, my WWE family. I'm sure strangers I've had to send, the biggest thank you when it comes to wrestling. I've always said wrestling has saved my life because it did. I found my husband, my dream career. I traveled the world. But this time, wrestling didn't only save me. You guys saved my family, and I am forever indebted to you guys. So, I mean, the fact that she even felt like she had to apologize and...
Yeah, it's stupid that
deal with any
that even
of
has to be a thing.
Terrible. It's so reprehensible and evil. And I didn't hear much just details. Really suck. Yeah, they're terrible. They have a GoFundMe page. And they were at the scene to the very end, so they watched them burn and die, knowing they were in the house and couldn't get them out. Oh, my God. And you people, not you, you know what I mean? But you people on Twitter have to go ahead and say these terrible things.
Yep. Make sure they hurt more than they do already.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I know a lot of people have had their attention spans ruined. They feel invincible because they're behind a wall. They're not actually saying things to somebody's face. Like when I got bullied, the bully had to have courage. They had to be strong. They had to have strength. If they come up to you and go, I think you're fat. Okay, stutter freak. Like you already won. You get my point? Like there's nothing to.
Right.
So it's a hard thing to deal with because they have to have the strength to make fun of you in person. And then do you have enough in you to stand up? I didn't. We talked about this on UCR at length. And it was a great conversation. So that's a cheap plug for that. Go check it out. You'll love it. But I was just heartbroken because it now follows you all the time. The social media allows bullying to exist every moment of every day. You're getting Snapchats from people anonymously. You're getting tweets. You're getting text, Instagram posts, whatever. on Reddit, on fucking 4chan, on 8chan, on fucking ABCDE conversations. So go F yourself. I don't know what, but it's out there. The kids find it. In the last 2 weeks, I think total, there's been 4 children that have gone missing thanks to Roblox. 3 of which have been found. The 4th is still not yet found. The first one ended up from like the middle of the country to California. They don't even know how he flew there. No one can figure that out. But they had this boy and they were going to keep him. And then somebody called him and cited him. So, I don't know. The whole thing was just, what a terrible situation. And speaking of which, my God, Cody, did you hear about this?
Tell me.
Chelsea Green had to apologize because there was such a massive blunder on SmackDown that it almost ruined the entire show. I don't know if you caught it, but
No.
it was when Chelsea Green was out there supporting Alba Fire in her match. I don't know how to say this to you. It's pretty bad. All right. All right, Jake, focus. You got it. The announcer, they announced Chelsea Green is half of the mixed tag team champion still in AAA, even though she lost the title like 10 days ago because of her injury. This gross negligence, incompetence, and plain outright stupidity needs to be addressed. I hope Triple H fires people over this. The article reads, the latest episode of SmackDown delivered an unexpected talking point. A noticeable production mistake involving Chelsea Green put her in an uncomfortable spotlight, Cody. The broadcast misidentified her role during an ongoing storyline, creating a moment that stood out immediately to viewers. The segment aired only briefly, yet it spread fast once fans spotted the inconsistency. He sees a dog. Green, who has built a reputation for staying sharp, she addressed it shortly after the show, calling the moment embarrassing and making it clear she was sorry and she wanted that clip removed from official footage. Her reaction wasn't dramatic. It was a direct acknowledgement that presentation matters, especially when a performer is steadily climbing in visibility.
Oof. Well, I mean,
are you fucking kidding me? Because they flubbed and said, oh, one half of the champion. No one probably realized it until people started talking about it all over Twitter. And they acted like this was the end of the fucking world. Some people were like, oh, they're having a rough night, kept calling people the wrong thing. Like, who gives a shit? But I saw more individual tweets about this nonsense than anything else that day. People were so upset that they announced her. She never lost the title, so technically she's still, yes, she had somebody else fill in for her. They lost. Guess what? That counts. You lost. End of story, end of game. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
exactly. You know, what have wrestling fans come to?
I've always wondered why wrestling draws in that specific handy-capable crowd. You catch my drift? Like, we're already on the end of that crazy spectrum. These are the barely functioning on the other side. And for some reason, maybe because it's like an adult comic book, basically, like some people have superpowers and they can summon fire and then other people can fly by jumping off the turnbuckle. Like, like that kind of shit. That's what I think.
Wrestling is for everyone, right?
No. My hobby. Everybody else could fuck off.
I'm sorry.
You tell them all.
So I
fuck off.
so I can't do wrestling shows with you anymore. No more podcasts, guys. Jake told me to fuck off, and it looks like it's an end of an era.
Yeah. All right, fine. You can't go anywhere. You're fine.
Okay, thank you.
All
You
right.
couldn't fire me anyway, so
I know, but
I like that part of my contract. I can say whatever the fuck I want and can't get fired.
you can't get
for it.
fired, but you can't quit either. So keep that in mind. It goes
Oh,
both
shit.
ways, huh, Nate? Liv Morgan basically said here that not even the best AI in the world can replicate what we do here at WWE. This comes off the back of Tom Brady basically making a wise-ass comment about wrestling, and a few people like Drew and Cody and a few others, Liv, kind of clapped back at him saying how ridiculous it was. But Liv's statement, I think, was the best by far. She's like, you can't do what we do, but literally any WWE superstar, have them step onto the field and they'll manage. They may not be the best, but they'll do well.
Yeah, she said all her like colleagues and stuff, yes, are cute, like but they can do it all because Tom Brady called the NFL WWE cute, right?
Yeah, see? So I don't know if I can play it, but that's awesome, you know? And I don't think that is great, though. I don't think that that's entirely true, but I think for the most part, they could get on the field and be competent in most positions.
Yeah.
Maybe they wouldn't fit quarterback, but wide receivers, a bunch of them are
Some
fast.
of them, defense.
Have them both do drills. Have one side do wrestling drills where the other one does NFL drills and see who does them faster. WWE versus NFL, like Nate said. I like it. Have it a Royal Rumble style. Then we go ahead and have her say the AI can't write the storylines. She's like, if you want to see it for yourself, just watch us. Not even the best AI in the world could replicate what we do. We are much stronger than AI. She's not wrong.
I don't believe that part.
But here's the thing. AI can book wrestling, and it's been helping Triple H book. We heard that, right? We heard the Chat GPT.
Of course she's going to say no because
it's true.
It's not going to be like WWE wants her to. Yeah, you can go blast it out there that we use AI.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
storytelling.
And AI is only going to give us more bland bullshit. It gives you
So
something.
you think that was more of like a corporate response? Like, no, we don't do that.
Kind of feels like it was what she was told to say. Who do you think Gunther's next opponent is going to be?
I think Whitaker 619, you know.
Oh,
Rey
Rey
Mysterio.
Mysterio. Yeah. Jeremy said that's complete BS, though. W superstars are indeed in great shape in acrobatics. Some may be gifted athletes as well. So put them directly into the closest real sport, and they, in fact, will not hang in. Oh, I mean, I don't think they'd do great, but I think they could passably function. I just don't know that the other side would be able to put on a wrestling match without the same training. So we'll see. It could be something cool to see, but yeah, I think I already thought it. I said Dragon Lee, and that is indeed the plan that they're going for. Dragon Lee is going to be blocking Gunther, which will lead possibly to him and Mysterio at WrestleMania. So interesting what they're doing there.
I don't think you can have it be a retirement match, though, him and Ray.
I don't know.
I don't see it being
people
a
have
retirement
suggested
match.
that might be the case, and they don't know how much longer Ray has. He's like one knee injury away from never walking again.
Ray.
I don't hate the idea. From the sentiment I saw online, a lot of people, said been there, done that with them too. I mean, it's not obviously the worst idea.
But you can argue
means,
been there, done that with Gunther retiring legends.
Well, that's going more with his gimmick, though. They want to give him as many as possible. They're going to give him
But it's the
Brock
same thing, been there, done that.
Each one's new in their eyes. Like I said, it's not overly interesting, but that's their retirement tour package. So they're going to change
I
Lyra's.
think Brock will retire, but Ray just
in
makes
Minnesota.
more sense for Dominic to retire Ray and take over.
No doubt.
Mysterio.
We'll see
name.
Lesnar retire in Minnesota at SummerSlam. And they're going to try and change Lyra's character. They're basically saying that she's not working right now. Doesn't indicate how far along their discussions are, but you see her since she's been tagging with Bailey, it's just kind of not fitting. They said initially, you know, I'm very excited to see where me and Bailey's story goes. She brings out my inner idiot, but the fans aren't loving it as much either. So we got to see what comes of that. But I don't know. Bird Lady doesn't really have a character right now. She's either overly emotional or bitching about being befriended, you know, yet again. Oh, I got a friend and then they left me. That's pretty much her character in a nutshell. She hasn't evolved. She hasn't changed. She came up from NXT and the same of everything. Nothing advanced. So she had that title for a while and it never felt like she was a champion, sadly. At least to me, I didn't view her as like, you know, the second champion on the show building towards something bigger. It just felt like, oh, I have the belt. Sadly. The Elimination Chamber, they got the all-time winners list. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Basically, they're saying that John Cena, you know, him winning last year was a momentous occasion, but going through the records and seeing all the winners and whatnot, it's crazy to see how this started at Survivor Series 2002. You know, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Booker T, Chris Jericho, Kane, and RVD. That's when Shawn won the title, and what a fucking moment that was. I still love when Shawn ruined the chamber for Undertaker, and that was how he was going to get his rematch at WrestleMania 26. I'm pretty sure that was the year 26. Yeah, because 27, 28 was Triple H, 29 was Punk, and 30 Lesnar. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
And
okay.
Last but not least, Triple H's WWE is boring and formulaic at the worst possible time. This is from Bleacher Report too, so
that is true. Very boring, formulaic, predictable. Nothing's fun.
I mean, we joke, but it's like, oh, the Vision's going to open and close the show. Oh, we're going to have these same, like, you know, somebody comes out, they speak for 30 seconds, get interrupted, and then they make the match.
It's like a Scooby-Doo mystery on that show. Who's the real Grande Americano? Who's the masked man?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
They ran out of stuff, so they have like a mystery angle every week. Because it's lazy creative.
You know, that's what makes you wonder.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, I love that movie too. Seven, such a great movie. Yeah, tell them, Coot. It's our little circle. So they say that while everything on Raw and SmackDown at the moment is logical, there's a certain spark that's missing. Like nothing is like that insulting to your intelligence where you're like, oh my God, this is killing me. But there's better alternatives. There's better matches. There's better hype, you know, packages. There's everything should be firing on all cylinders. It just feels like they're coasting. John Cena chose to retire at Saturday night's main event in December because he thought that was the best way to give back. He said December is usually a very, very low period for us and the fans, and this would give them something to build to and look forward to in that month. Me retiring at Mania is selfish because Mania is going to get tickets whether I'm there or not.
December is a low period. That actually is kind of true. Well,
that was
anything WWE.
That was the realest
Triple H
answer I've heard from him, though, Cody. The realest answer I've heard from John yet was that statement right there. Because he was so matter of fact about it. He was like, I wanted to give back. And I said, we'll bring up NXT, Biff Bam Boom, and all then I don't have to worry about it. They can wonder.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? I wish he didn't retire. It's going to be already we regret to see him gone, I feel like, because he's done a lot of great things. And we screwed up a lot of his year. He wasn't even supposed to face AJ Styles next.
Even though he said that was the plan already, so he lied about that.
Well, what happened was who was he supposed to fight? He was going to fight somebody and lose. And then the fans are really unhappy with the Brock thing. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Yes, he was going to lose to Drew.
But on Cody Rhodes' podcast, he said that plan was always AJ Styles.
See what I'm saying? I think that was PR John, and he was more truthful with this for whatever reason. So just interesting to see how that cookie crumbled. People were saying that, Triple H is missing that spark. It's boring, formulaic. And formulaic is not the worst thing at all times. Like, the Attitude Era had the same type of 20-minute opening with the corporation and Vince and yelling at somebody that they would make the main event then. But then the story would continue throughout the night. We would see Vince backstage. We'd see in Vince's office. We'd see in the locker room with Stone Cold. We'd see Stone Cold steal a vehicle. Stone Cold filled it with cement. Then Stone Cold goes ahead and comes back out. And now The Undertaker and Kane come back out. And it's time for the main event, but it's a big brawl. And it was continual. It made you not change the channel. This is what I meant to bring up before, but I'm high, so my dumb ass forgets. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon just put out a movie on Netflix. And a lot of fans thought it was good, not great. And they said, here's the problem that we didn't know we were getting into until we already signed the contract. Netflix came and basically threw out the script we had. And they said, I know you're used to writing a structure of Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So problem arises, problem becomes a problem, and then solution. Well, what I need you to do is I need you to have a really big event about every 5 minutes. And then you're going to have to, about every 3 minutes, quickly recap the story and let everybody know what's going on. Why? Because people are second screen viewing your show. They're not viewing it direct. They're doing the second screen experience. So their focus is on their cell phone while that's going on. So if they don't get the recap, they have a chance of shutting it off. Did you watch the final season of Stranger Things?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you notice how every 5 minutes or less they would stop to explain what was going on?
Well, Stranger Things has changed it's like a different, every season makes.
No, I get that.
It seems like it's a different style show. Yeah, but I get what you're going for.
But this season compared to every other season is drastically different. They've always done the let's over-explain thing, but this was most of one scene, even the coming out scene, was all of them in the room discussing. They even have it on Netflix as a marker saying, Gus explains everything kind of idea. Like it's a lot of shows, a lot of entertainment. That's what they're doing because they know, you're going to be playing on your phone. You're going to be messing around. You got games. Your attention is not here. And that's an issue for them. They want you focused. They want you keeping your attention at least on them enough where you're retained as a viewer. You won't tune out entirely.
Right.
Excuse me, WWE suffers with this. A lot of people do because it's not an easy thing to manage. And that's why you'll see with WWE, every commercial
WWE
break
suffers from a lot of things.
Every commercial break, and then when they come out of the breaks now, they are recapping what's already happened on Raw, what's happening next, where they are. And that's not a bad idea, and that's not something brand new to Netflix, but it's become to an egregious level on Netflix, if that makes a bit more sense. So it says here, where's the spark? Storyline should be culminating in epic fashion. Nothing feels epic. Finn Balor, I have been waiting a decade since he got injured at SummerSlam almost 10 years ago. And now he finally gets a shot at the title. They're treating him more like a main eventer. And it's at the expense of fucking Roman Reigns and CM Punk main eventing night 2 at Mania. So that killed the spark right there. Then on the other side of things, Drew has the title, but we don't know who the fuck is challenging him. And no one is exciting. They've got Sami Zayn. Oh, whoopee shit. They've got, Jacob Fatu. Again, I'm not in love with his character right now. It's just not killing it for me like he was before. Maybe the I Love You solo gave him a bit more aura, but I felt like before he was fucking up everybody, being a crazed fucking, a rabid Wolverine? No. Saber-toothed tiger? No. A mastodon. There we go. And damn it, I just don't know what they do from here with it, because they have damaged the product greatly to not just
100%.
shoot themselves in the foot. Yeah, that's the sad reality of it. They've done all of
That's
this.
WWE for you in
Yeah.
2026. WWE in 2026 is pathetic, lazy, boring, uncharismatic. I don't know, like the promo between Roman and Punk were good. Like the only real
It was
stories
good, but
are, I don't know.
if you look back, like, and you listen carefully, it was everything that they said last year, just in a one-on-one package instead of Seth being there for, one-on-one. And I'm not knocking it. It was very well delivered. That's why people were like, "Oh,
That
that's
was
his
probably
best
one of the
promo."
best promos. It is like both of them in a while.
It's damn good. I'll give you that. I don't think it's the best of his. He had one when he was a tribal chief. Yeah, Roman. I have to go back. I remember little bits about it, but it was on SmackDown when he was tribal chief, and he just fucking cooked. So,
Well, maybe things have been just so bad, like where they finally got something good, and maybe people overreacted.
that might be it
Saying
too.
it
I
was
mean,
the
they're
best
freaking
ever,
out
like,
about Chelsea saying that, oh, she's one half of the mixed tag champs. It's a little boop on the mic. Why that's what makes you angry?
Like,
That's
look how
what sets
bad
you
the
off?
shows are. These shows are
Atrocious
I
at times.
tried to
Yes.
defend it before, like saying it's not that bad, but we're treading into Vince McMahon bad territory.
As he crashes his sports car 100 miles an hour into somebody else. The direction
I think
for
we
WrestleMania.
really are. We're getting that bad.
Direction of WrestleMania is constantly changing. Oh, it was going to be Roman and Cody again. Then now it's Roman and Punk, because Cody lost the title to Drew.
Bad.
Then Drew was supposed to face Jacob, but then it's a triple threat. But then they get Sammy back involved, but then they got Aleister Black in there now too, just because it's all just a big fucking mess. I know they're building for the Chamber, but the Chamber didn't feel like what they were building to. It felt like they were building to Mania, not the Chamber. Everything with the Chamber right now feels like an afterthought. The WrestleMania lineup is not, they should have more matches announced. You want to sell tickets, fine, but you have to be careful what you announce. You announce what? Women's tag title? Are they not defending it until then again? Okay, then put it up. If not, wait. They said a lot of injuries. Yeah, because Braun Breaker's hurt. Seth Rollins is hurt. Bianca Belair is still out. So she was supposed to challenge Jade. Breaker had that serious hernia. Everybody's got some type of thing. And as we know, shock value's out the window. No, it should be sparingly used. They relied on it heavily with the WrestleMania 40 build. People forget how big they were into shocking entertainment. Oh God, The Rock is killing Cody Rhodes now. Oh God, this is, you know what I mean? Like, they did as much as they could to try and be as shocking as possible. That was their itinerary, their plan, and God damn it, they did what they could to make it work. But the hot shotting only lasts so long. And once The Rock wasn't there and the storylines didn't make sense because him and Cody were friends now and all these things, nobody gave a damn anymore. Cody became... Oh, he should go heel. How many times have we heard this? We heard it in AEW. He's losing the fans slowly. He's still over.
Heel. That's still true. He's not as over.
No, but he's still over, but he's definitely less than what he was before. And people just refuse to acknowledge that.
They want to
basically live on a hope and prayer. You got muted. I think we lost you for a second. There we go.
Yeah, sorry about that. They want to just always say he needs to be a good guy. He needs to be good guy. Cody Rhodes all the time. He's American Nightmare. He's American Nightmare. You can't change that. Don't do that to him. That's not nice. Look what happened to John Cena when he didn't turn heel for all those years. When he probably should have turned heel when he was feuding with The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Way back when.
but they argue that, nope, this can't happen. And it's like, why? What is the issue? Why can't this happen? And why can't we just let it evolve naturally? Because their last point is time and tempered expectations. Well, we've seen Obafemi on Raw. He took out the Viking Raiders. He took out Kit Wilson on SmackDown. And I liked him reading the poetry to Oba. That was funny. Kit's just going to get more and more over as time goes on. So that's good. I really do wish him the best. He's very, very funny. And I'm glad they're letting them show this side. Like, these are the guys I remember when they were in bed together with the NXT tag titles and doing all these silly gags and stuff. Instead, we don't get that. And it makes us feel, you know, just like we're questioning stuff. Cody is unfortunately going to stay face, Nate said. Yeah, I mean, there's so many talented athletes out there, and sadly they get ignored time and time and time
Nate said
again.
that Mets and Yankees are tied 1-1 right now.
Oh,
It's in the box!
I wonder.
I think Cody Rhodes should turn heel for Mania season.
That would
honestly.
be something. That's what makes me crazy.
Spice things up. Make it unpredictable. I know it's going to be like, oh, there's no need to turn him heel yet. Oh.
Yeah, what is wrong with you? Come on,
Definitely.
how dare you? He's still got a good guy status left.
Change some fucking things up. And to be honest with you, I like Kiana James and stuff like that, but quite
Yeah.
frankly, there was more story adding Charlotte into the Elimination Chamber because Alexa Bliss is in there, right?
Nope, I'm fine. I'm fine. My best friend's in the chamber, but I'm not. I'm fine. I'm fine. They make her look
you
like a
can
crazy
build that tension
person.
between them. You can build that tension between them in the chamber,
Yeah.
but Charlotte's not in the chamber now because Kiana James advanced, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ridiculous.
Kiana James was in there for the sake of it. When let's not go with story. Okay. So again, like Alexa and Charlotte, there's story there. No, it's like they're allergic to story. Liv and Raquel for the women's world title. You could do that for Mania. Have Raquel win it and Liv challenges. No, that's story. That makes too much sense.
Yeah,
Get away
exactly.
from that.
Get away from that. We
Allergic.
don't want you having any story, you son of a bitch.
We can't have logic.
And it's got bad written all over it. You can't do that. I
No
want
logic here.
Yeah, not allowed. I wanted to go ahead and one more time pop in to say, you know, a huge, huge thanks over to Bay Mountain Ag. They are absolutely fantastic over there. You can use them for all of your THC-free premium CBD relaxation needs. So for mind and body wellness, get rid of those pesky aches and pains before you go to bed. Help keep yourself active all day long and feel refreshed, not foggy, not tired. Viewers of this channel get themselves discounts on all top 9 selling products. So you go ahead and get 15% off any minimum order of $50 or more. Use code BANANA, and any order of over $100 ships free to the lower 48 United States. As you can see, they have a wide selection, a nice array of different things, and the tinctures are fantastic tasting and work very well. So please go ahead, check them out, and make sure you use coupon code BANANA to save yourself some money. So again, thank you, Bay Mountain Ag. And Cody, I know you and I had some work to be done. That is Into Somewhere Sports. You and Zay recorded, and that'll
Yes,
be
sir.
out 8 p.m. tonight. That will premiere. So make sure you were there. Pop in the chat. Say hi. How the hell are you? Hope you're doing well. We appreciate the support and all the likes that we have
Again,
gotten.
sorry for the shorter form podcast lately. Like we'll get into the longer, lengthy ones when.
Hey, that's what's
baseball
great about
season
it. You
hits.
get in, you get out, you have fun, you listen, and when you guys have more to talk about, you'll blab more. But I also
Like February's like that month though, like where nothing's really.
and I did a lot of
marinating
work
with-
making you two sound like $1 million. So I added in a lot of noise filters, and I reduced about
Thank you.
3.5 minutes of pausing. So the conversation flows. Anytime there was I know,
Thank you,
like
kind sir.
that. So no, it works so well, but that's what I like. I'm learning. That's my point there. So I was very happy to learn some new tools and new trade as I continue our streaming journey. But I want to say thank you all for being here on a Sunday afternoon. We appreciate it greatly. And in the interim, I just need you, Cody, to tell these sexy people where they could find you.
You can find me over on my Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it nowadays, at Judgment Day Era. You can find me over on my YouTube at Judgment Day Era, and you can find me over on my Instagram at Cody_Needy_316.
Yes, indeed, 316. I appreciate you all so very much. We got a blizzard coming tomorrow. It's going to be in the rain. Well, we're getting 5 to 9 or 8 inches now, not 6, 7. And then we're going to go into the next storm this overnight, which is supposed to be over a foot. So looking at like 20 inches of snow minimum. Not fun. My body's feeling it, but thank you all so much for being here. We'll definitely have the Raw review live tomorrow and possibly something during the day, depending on what's going on with the weather. But until then, subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Countdown Ended. On Twitter is where you'll find all the info about the show, what's going on, if there's any delays or cancellations. So go ahead and follow me there. And feel free to DM me. They're open. I've got them back working again on mobile, too. Yay! I hope you all stay sexy. Like and subscribe to the video. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Peace.
Jake's laughing through the let down. Cody's cracking one more joke. Chat's asking, is it worth it? Or are we watching mirrors and smoke? But we'll be live.